Hey guys, it's Cece, and today I'm going to be talking about the books I plan to read in January. So today's video is a little different. You can probably tell that it's a bit longer for a standard TBR, and that is because it is not a standard TBR. This is going to be a very vloggy TBR. So basically, what happened is that my lovely roommate Bryan, he wrote up 15 challenges of a type of book that I might have to find, and then I drew 6 of these challenges out of a hat while we were at Barnes & Noble, and I found books that fit those particular challenges and bought them. And that's what I'm reading in January. So I'm going to be cutting back and forth between vlog footage where I slowly try to figure out what I'm reading, then I'll tell you what the book is about here from my room, and then I also have to talk about my TBR pick from my lovely patrons. So over on Patreon, one of the rewards at a particular level is that you get to vote on a book that I'm going to be reading every single month. People voted, they picked a book that I'm going to be reading, and I want to give a particular shout out to my patrons at the librarian level, the highest level. Thank you so much, you guys. My lovely librarian patrons are Corey, Rocks at aspiring_rocks on Twitter and Instagram, Lauren West, and Babette. Thank you guys a million times for being librarian patrons. Now, let's get into the TBR, figuring out challenges and what I'm gonna read. A book with 2 or more people looking at each other in the cover art. See that? Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. 2 or more people looking at each other in the cover art. I don't read a lot of books with people on the cover. To be fair.
It's almost like it was meant to shake that up.
I wonder if romance would be where to go.
Almost assuredly.
But that's not what I want to read.
Well, then look.
Are they looking at each other in this? Are they looking at each other in that?
No, they're very clearly not looking at each other in that.
That would be so much easier. I already have that. You're all so straight. The heterosexuality. I've seen a couple, but they're so not what I would normally read that I'm avoiding them, I think, right now, in the desperate attempt to find literally anything else. They don't even have eyes.
Yeah, can't look at someone if you don't have eyes.
Because I know that that one's gay. Their eyes are closed, aren't they?
Yeah, they're closed.
You're eliminating all my gay options. Why can't gays look at each other? I have a book at home, but it's an ARC. It hasn't been released yet. If I showed you the cover, how would you feel about that?
As long as you do a 6th one here, just in case.
Okay. I can show you the cover.
No, they're looking at each other. It doesn't have to be looking at their eyes.
Okay, so we can count this?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. I have that at home.
Yeah.
They sent me that.
Okay.
So, Tell Me How You Really Feel by Aminah Safi. This is the only book that I claimed I already owned. I actually bought the rest of them. This is an enemies to lovers queer romance. It's got 2 beautiful queer women of color on the cover. This has plenty of senior year drama. It has like a dramatic past for these 2 ladies, and I'm very excited about it. Second one. A book where the title has an even number of words but an odd number of characters. What does it mean, an odd number of characters?
I meant like characters like numbers and letters.
Oh, of characters. Okay. I could do this. I don't love Robin Talley, but at least it's gay. I think possibly this is the one I might go with.
Okay.
Our Own Private Universe by Robin Talley. I read a book by Robin Talley a while back, the first year I had a booktube, and I didn't like it, and I felt that there were some very questionable things done in that book. But I am reading this, which honestly I've been a little interested in for a while. This is about a 15-year-old, which is a little younger than the protagonists I usually read, but she's bisexual, and I know that this book deals with sexuality as well as religion. I know that it also talks a lot about safe sex between girls, which isn't a thing that's discussed as often in books, especially in YA, so I'm interested in that. And the fact that it's set in like a church group, it makes me really interested in how that's going to be handled. I've read some reviews that this features some very dramatic teens, but I do want to give Robin Talley another shot because I haven't read another one of her books in years, so maybe I'll like this one a lot more than I liked her first book. A book with at least one adverb in its title. What's that one book? Truly Madly Guilty? Is that a book? I think that's a book. I think that exists. I don't think I made that up. Possibly adult mystery. Yeah, I think it's by Liane Moriarty. I could read that.
It's the arch nemesis of Liane Sherlock, right?
Yes. Okay, I'll choose a Liane Moriarty book because I've never actually read one. I want to read this so that I can make you watch the show that I thought of one, and it's this one.
Okay.
So Truly Madly Guilty by Liane Moriarty. I have never read a Liane Moriarty book before, and I honestly could not tell you what this book is about. I'm guessing it is a domestic thriller. I'm pretty sure that that is what Liane Moriarty writes, is domestic thrillers. Thrillers that are, like, engaging but aren't the most intense. So I have wanted to read a couple of her other books, and I'm curious what I'm going to think about this one, though it is kind of chunky. I'm a little concerned. So, a book with an alliterative title. Let's go back to YA. Oh, I'm sorry. How alliterative?
That's up to you.
So, Black Wings Beating?
That's not alliteration.
But it's, you just missed the middle one.
No. A compendium of presidents of America and in America have the same sound.
The Good Girl?
Good girls, yeah, I think that's okay.
That could work.
Good girl, comma the.
Good Girl, comma the. I know that people are gonna be like commenting on this video like, what? This book has an alliterative title and this book has an alliterative title. Just know, I'll be right there with you when I edit this. Okay, fine, we can go.
I found one, but
You're not gonna tell me.
Nope.
You know what? I'm just gonna go with The Good Girl. Because I don't want to read it, but at least these have different vibes.
Okay, alright.
The Good Girl by Mary Kubica. This is actually the book that I'm currently reading. I'm like 130 pages in so far, and I'm liking it, I think. So this is a thriller. I have not read a lot of thrillers recently. Those kind of like dropped out of my reading habits. I know more what it's about, and that's because I've started reading it, but I'll just give you like the basics for the first couple of chapters, which is that this girl from a well-to-do family is missing, and you are hearing parts from like the day she went missing and all of the investigation, and then parts from after she's found, and you're kind of trying to put together what happened in the middle. But I'm liking it so far. I'm interested. I'm worried, but interested. A book with 3 or more bladed weapons on the cover. Let's find adult fantasy. Really? It's a city of blades and you only put 1 on the cover? It's a space book.
Space can have blades.
They can, but it seems risky. It seems risky to have sharp things in space. Like, it's already risky enough without bringing blades into it.
It's probably what they created lightsabers.
We figured it out. Does he get any more blades? No, just the 1.
Apparently 1 is all you need.
That's 3. Does
That is
count?
3. Yeah, tip it up a little bit. Yeah, that does count as 3.
Apparatus Infernum novel. I've never read anything like this, so I think we're gonna have to go with this one.
Sweet.
Based on the fact that it's unlike anything I've ever read.
Nice.
There you go. Silver Mirrors by A.A. Aguirre. I also don't know what this is about, besides the fact that it's steampunk. And I have never read steampunk, so that is honestly part of what drew me to this book instead of other books that I was looking at, just because this is a genre I've never touched before, and I'm a little interested in jumping into new genres. But yeah, I couldn't tell you what this is about. I'll have to tell you in a wrap-up, because I've got nothing. I picked it for the cover, for its multiple bladed weapons, and for the fact that it was a totally unusual genre for me. Please be the easy one.
Doubtful.
Doubtful. A book with 10 or more adjectives in the book description and or summary. We should go back to YA.
I'll see if I can help you with this one. I mean, you're wondering how much money do you have to throw away if that's the only one?
Yeah.
This is enough just on the back. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with Renegades.
Okay.
She's the same one who wrote these books.
Yeah, I knew that. That's why I went to it.
It's a superhero book, and I like superhero books. It's gonna be a weird month. It's gonna be the weirdest month of reading of my life.
Okay, so show the books that you got.
So here are the books that I'm reading. Robin Talley, who I've read something by before, but I didn't like it at all. Liane Moriarty, I've never read anything by her. I've never read anything by Mary Kubica, but she comes recommended. Renegades, I have read and liked books by Marissa Meyer, and I've never in my life read a book with a cover like this. That's what we're gonna go with.
Yay!
Yay! And the last book for this TBR challenge, Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I, like I said in the little vloggy portion, am actually somewhat interested in this book. It helps that I've read Marissa Meyer before. I'm a little intimidated by how long it is, but much like many of the other books, I don't know a ton of what this is about, besides the fact that I think it's about superhero kids. It's about kids with powers, and this got a lot of attention. A lot of people really, really loved Renegades when it came out, and it's part of a new series, so if I really like it, I can check out more books in the series. I've got a lot to get through this month, but that is not it for my TBR. I also have the Patron TBR pick. The book that my lovely patrons picked for me to read this month is Running with Lions by Julian Winters. It only feels right that I started this video talking about an enemies to lovers queer romance, because that is also what this is. This is about a guy named Sebastian. He is his school's star goalie. He's proudly gay, and then his estranged best friend moves in joins the team, and Sebastian has to kind of try to work to get over their past so that, so that Amir feels welcome on the team. So I'm very happy that my patrons picked this book because I definitely want to read it. So there you go, that is my unusually chosen January TBR. Have you ever read any of these books? I'm a little worried. Let me know what you thought of them down in the comments below. I'm excited that I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I will say that. I have a lot of different types of books that I would never normally read, especially not all in one month. So I'm excited to push myself for that. I have a lot to get done though. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!